My patterns and my karma. What are patterns? Patterns are a figment of my mind, and patterns work through our life. Patterns are like viruses, they don't have life of their own. Patterns are not living entity. Patterns are ideas. Patterns are an aspect of my mind. It's a thought, it doesn't have power on its own. The pattern reveals itself in my life through various life situations. So sometimes we observe. When we start working on ourselves, when we start becoming ready to work on our patterns, we'll see, oh, I see this pattern in multiple life situations, at work, at home, in personal relationships, in just by myself. I see the patterns. So I start seeing the depth and the breadth of that pattern that has seeped into the fabric of my life, various aspects of it. So at each given time, at each moment, I'm given opportunities to work on my pattern. As a challenging situation presents itself where my pattern is revealed, where I'm triggered and I am seeing that pattern pop up common in this situation and that situation. And that's an opportunity for me to so-called work on that pattern. And if it is not done, so to speak, or worked on, life presents itself another opportunity and another opportunity and another opportunity, which means the pattern repeats itself. And usually the intensity of that pattern will become louder and louder, and life situations becoming more difficult and difficult over time, so that we can see it more clearly. It's there glaring at you. So process is usually we fight. We can throw the guilty card. Oh, I did this. I'm a terrible person, which is usually not the first reaction. First reaction is the blame. This person is at fault and not my problem. And blame this person and blame the other person who did not blame that person. I mean, blame the world. All kinds of reactions come so that I don't take ownership of the pattern. And it is survival mechanism. It is a way for the pattern to survive itself, because pattern is not a real thing. Pattern is an idea. Pattern is a thought. Pattern is a figment of my mind. It's an aspect of my mind, and mind is an imaginary thing. Mind is not real. Mind is nothing but a bundle of thoughts and bundle of desires and bundle of likes and dislikes. Then a stage comes, we say, okay, I see the pattern. The pattern is inside me. I recognize the pattern. But then we still blame other people. That person, that situation was responsible for this pattern in me. It was not mine. And again, the situations continue to reveal the pattern in my life. So how do I work out this pattern? Or how do I work out this karma? This life is an opportunity given to me so that I can work out my karma. This is a karma bhumi. This is a land of karma. Only when we are embodied in a human body or life, we have an opportunity to work on the two extremes, dvandva, opposites, likes, dislikes, good, bad, and right, wrong, and so forth. At a soul level, there is no such thing. It's oneness. Everything is just source energy. You are an aspect of source energy. You are source energy. But only when that individual soul is embodied in a human form, it has an opportunity to work out that karma, to work out that pattern. So it's an opportunity. It's a gift when that pattern is revealed. It's a gift when an opportunity is given for me to work on that karma or pattern. It's the same thing, different words. So to say I'm working out karma, again is an ego thing, because ego comes in, I am doing it. Again, the mind comes and takes ownership. When I think I am the mind or body, that's ego, right? So again, it works. Ego comes first in the shape of a pattern or karma, and then it comes in the shape of, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to do away with this pattern. And then we make an effort. And there's a fight again in a different way. It doesn't go away like that. Maybe temporarily you win, but it is just the enemy fighting itself, isn't it? If the enemy wins, then the other enemy didn't win, isn't it? When that enemy wins, then it doesn't work. A mind fighting with a figment of mind. So what to do? Instead, take ownership of the pattern. It is my pattern. Thank you, life, for revealing that pattern in me. Not the story, who said, he said, she said, who's wrong, that person wrong, me wrong. No, none of that blame game. It doesn't work. The blame game is not gonna dissolve or absorb or digest or finish the pattern or work out the karma. Instead, I take responsibility that it is my pattern. It belongs to me. I become aware of the pattern. The pattern is mine and in me, and it is an opportunity for me to work out that pattern. So I can't use my mind to work out that pattern. That's why you need to use your subconscious mind and or your higher consciousness, higher conscious mind, same thing. One should become aware of that it is my pattern in me. It is my opportunity to work on it. And that is how I sanctify my life, by putting my higher consciousness on the driving seat, my divine self, to balance the karmic account, to allow that pattern to be dissolved. So, to allow the pattern to go back to its source, I have to call in the source energy. The source energy is the higher consciousness, the God self, bigger, higher forces to deal with it. I cannot use the same level or level below. The patterns work at this subconscious level. The patterns don't work at the conscious level. They come out into the conscious awareness, but that's not where the source of the patterns are. The patterns are ingrained in my subconscious mind. That's why unconsciously the patterns reveal itself and I have no power over them. I feel helpless. So I have to reveal at the very minimum my subconscious mind, but ideally my superconscious or my higher consciousness, I see, or my source energy or my divine self. That means I am not the doer. I means my ego self, my mind is not the doer. I cannot do it. It is not my work. So I cannot say I'm working on my patterns. You cannot do it. The moment you say that, then the ego will again take ownership. So what do I do? What do I do? When I say I and do, both are the figments of mind again. What does the mind do? The mind has to submit itself to the higher mind, which is the higher consciousness. Surrender. Or we can use Infelis crystal magnetize that mind to get rid of those patterns at the subconscious level, which means we are reprogramming our subconscious mind.